Should be a cracker of a game here. 18's ready.
Theo kicks it off.
And we're underway. Oh, great tap back there by Tassie, retaining possession. I enjoy that. How something we're getting from sevens, isn't it? Is getting that high kickoff and bring the ball back.
It's a unique skill.
Fantastic.
It's a good peel
Something
for
I don't think we do enough of.
Well over the ball.
Just not much support there on his carry, was there?
Yeah, when you run one out, you've got a lot of trouble.
Particularly with that, I think that was young Steph Kruger. He was named last night as the under-16s best player.
He was very strong in those 2 games for this as well.
Talented youngster. Yeah. So you don't want to fall on the ground at his feet in a hurry.
Strong over the ball there too. Oh, good steal.
Oh, here we go, absolutely. Got up in front of him.
Yeah.
Nice clean tap back. I found this very interesting this weekend. Most of the teams really looking to run the ball out of their... Oh, there we go. He goes back to ball this time. Makes a liar out of me straight away.
Isn't that how you play the game? Make the team think one thing and then do the opposite?
Of course.
Here's Silas. He's dangerous in open space. Great contact. Good long place from him, though. Oh, solid counter ruck.
Big counter ruck there from
ruck.
Tasmania. Oh, ball just coming loose. That's unfortunate for the guys, really.
Well, they're going hard at the ruck.
I was going to say, it looks like something they've targeted here.
Good shot tackle.
Big line speed there from the Tassie boys as well, forcing the South Australian guys to run sideways here.
Another bit of good tackle.
Absolutely. Good physicality early on.
Well, they've won this.
Almost no signs of the fact that they've played a big game yesterday.
Yeah.
She played the halfback there at the breakdown, I think. Getting a bit overexcited. Go to the corner straight away.
It hasn't gone out.
To Silas,
He's dangerous in open play here. He's
never a great idea to give him space.
Yeah, there you go. Look at how much space he's created for everyone else.
Well done, Silas. Good decision, mate.
Finding grass. There's no one home.
That's it. Let's go on. Up the middle. Up the middle. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Get him on in. Get him. Get him. Yes. Over it.
Into a bit of trouble there at the back.
Definitely. There's no
He's got some mates to help him out, so he'll be all right. Didn't quite pick up his number there, who picked that ball up down there, but he's done very well.
They're all over the ball, South Australia. There, good peel fight. There he goes. Done it again. So solid over the ball.
That's the youngster again, Steph Kruger, isn't it?
Well done.
Getting over
Good
it.
decision there, Silas. Well done, mate.
Shame after all that hard work, the Tassie back three getting there to secure that ball, turn around, and first forward gets there and picks it up and flops over and gives it away, isn't it? And I'm a forward, so I shouldn't say that.
It's one thing that I've seen this weekend. The South Australian teams are all very, very quick over the ball. Really looking to just jump on it once on the ground.
They'll get very excited about the turnover, don't they? Such a big thing. Just going to ground there. The old bounce pass.
Fools everyone. Most of the team usually.
Calling it the bounce pass makes it sound like you meant it.
Good chop. Tried to offload it.
Left it behind
Theo's
though.
picked it up.
Great turnover there.
Wanted a long place there. Dangerous running it one out off the try line. You need some
Create some space, take the pressure off.
space
Always
wide
gone wide.
here. Having a crack. No, just shifting it.
Just use the space and time. That's it. It's a great turnover there by young. Is that Theo Hart?
Yeah, Theo.
He showed some really good footwork yesterday.
Yeah.
He's got some excellent balance and speed on his feet for a front rower.
He's not afraid to run a hard unders line either. Just go hard.
One of those annoying players who can change direction too. Completely unacceptable.
Yeah. He's been playing for the Glenorchy seniors team, so he's been exposed to some bigger and stronger competition all year, being a smaller under-18 himself. I think that's the thing, there's no real under-18s competition down here, so they've been, a lot of these players playing for their club teams all year.
Well, that's exciting. It's a good way to develop the players early.
Definitely.
Look at the space here. Selma, look at the space. Let's
When you're handling men hitting you, being physical, another 18-year-old, you're like, oh, this is child's play.
Hopefully they're learning good habits early though as well.
Yeah.
Not, some of us old guys tend to have some not great habits.
Stop walking, Cookie. Well done, Timmy. They're just rolling it back into our channel every time. Yes, good option, Potts.
Johnny Bates rumbling it up the
place. Getting some good phases strung together here.
So when Nunu goes to the boot again, that's the second time he's got rid of possession using the laces.
Could definitely say that cross-field kick was meant for a pass, and it was the wrong option. Yeah, quick line out. Deserved every bit of that.
Balls live.
Just caught Tassie boys napping there a little bit as they were kind of almost readying themselves to wander over to the line out.
Yeah, exactly. Play fast.
Oh, he's got there.
Yeah, he's got there. That's a try.
There you go. Sneaky little quick line out.
Don't run too fast though.
Big Seth Clayton.
Tasmania just napping there, got a little bit complacent, walking the touch.
Big Seth Clayton with a big carry there, I think. I was at the dinner last night and Nick Robinson, obviously from Tasmania, handing out beanies to the captains and vice captains of all the teams. Made me notice that I think in South Australia maybe we select our captains and vice captains based on how horrible their hairstyle is. Every single one of those players that came up and got a beanie, I was quite happy for them to hide their hair with a beanie. It was it's very amusing.
There are some questionable haircuts down here as well.
I feel like they do it on purpose as well. They come in.
How far can I go before I look inappropriate?
Oh, early at the airport on Friday, the boys were all talking to each other about how they're going to... I think one of the boys brought some clippers down and they're all talking about how they're going to cut their hair for the weekend.
You okay?
So South Australia missed the conversion. We're up 5-0.
Excellent work on the scoreboard here.
Yeah. It's easier than counting on my fingers and toes. Once we get to 20, I'm in trouble.
It's a bit cold to take our shoes off, mate, and start counting with the toes.
10 each.
Just call the game off. 10 all time.
She might have to take your shoes off. Tap back.
He's done it again. Fantastic. That's obviously something the Tasmanian team worked really.
Oh, that's a great ball!
I think it comes from their AFL. Like, a lot of these boys have been playing footy for a lot of their childhood. That's a good storm ring run there.
Goes looking for the offload. Support just wasn't quite there. Good recycle here. Oh, breaks through two and still going.
Ashton running hard. Well, Will Edwards trying a little chip over the
Tassie
top.
going to the boot this time.
Had advantage, they're coming back for it.
Excellent use of the advantage. Try something a bit different. Put boot to ball.
I'd be more inclined to throw a 5-man cutout and see if you got some options wide than kick it and have no chases.
Didn't look like anybody else knew it was on, did they?
I've got a quick tap.
Oh, here we go. Get what you asked for.
Oh, Nugget running back. He's got numbers. No, haven't used it.
Yep, space in for
Another through.
Put it through, but
It's gone too far.
Well done.
just too much on it. Too many oats in the porridge this morning.
It's probably a good thing for a second day game. Have more energy than not
Go,
enough.
Batesy, go, Batesy, go, Batesy.
Big surprise. Oh, he's done the... Oh, he's... Oh, no, he hasn't. They hadn't chosen the option to do it yet, so referee's still waiting to find out if they want the drop kick or the scrum. And Selwyn takes
Well
a
done.
quick one to himself.
Then he's kicked it away.
Kind of wonder why he just didn't do that in the first place.
Oh! No arms in that shot. He'll be
Oh,
lucky.
he's going to be in trouble there. I
Definite
think
brain
he
snap.
hasn't tried to wrap the arms at all. He's just gone straight. Yeah, that's it. He's going to go and have a sit down for 10 minutes. So important. Got to make that effort to try and wrap those arms and get around them. And it's just... Did you watch too much of the league final last night? Semi-final. I feel like I should know the answer to that. It was
Semi-final.
semi-final. Was it?
AFL final last night.
Oh, AFL final last night. Yeah, it was
Couldn't tell you who won.
It was the Panthers, wasn't it? Got up over the storm.
Oh, the Panthers rugby league, yeah.
Bit of a surprise there. So obviously he was watching that game last night with a hit like that.
John
Nice
to
take
steal.
there and into the lineup. Oh, do love a lineup.
Trying to set them all up.
Push on.
Oh, looks like they've
Nice,
ripped
Kalen.
South
Looks like
Australia
it's
have
wrapped
the
up
ball
in the
there.
middle there, so it's not going anywhere,
No.
unfortunately.
I'd be surprised if that comes out.
Alongside.
Very surprised that, yeah, there we go.
That was a good counter ball from South Australia to set up. Steal that ball and they've got complete control.
Just a little slow bringing the ball back, wasn't it,
Yeah.
from Tassie there. Great setup. Body position was good, ready to go, but the ball just not coming back, unfortunately. Backs all having a chat there. Little powwow with the backs.
That's usually all we
Goal
do.
area.
Stand there, look pretty, talk and point.
That's it.
I've seen
And then we
Yeah,
drop
the
the ball.
forwards do all the highs.
Drop the ball so
Forwards do all
the
the homework.
forwards can do another scrum.
Yeah.
I tried to like get trying to
Well
go
done, Josh. That's better.
Found some green space.
Tom Newton running back here, quickly to get it. Oh, he's got it back. That's well. Well played.
Well done.
Butler running away with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, boys.
Oh, Guy Redbone with the...
Call from the assistant touch judge on the far side.
Yeah, I think
Offside.
that's an offside.
I heard
ball.
it was some of them trying to come at me. Like when I was walking away.
Naughty boy.
Oh, who was coming for me? I want to know. Number 18. Easy. Hold on.
That's because he's so big.
Which one?
Found Josh.
Wow, I want to.
Missed the signal there, not sure what that was for.
Oh, this guy.
If it was
Oh,
in
this
front of the
guy.
kicker or...
Was it him that was coming at me? Number 12.
You know, it's always the little guys that get lippy. It's not the big guys.
Because
Because I think they...
Getting the opinions of the
like already sort of tackling him around here, so I tried to go
trainer here, Kev Beckett, having a chin wag with
last second. As I
yellow card player on the sideline here, giving his 2 cents worth. Oh, great line out again, brings it down.
Long pass. Switching back. Josh making a solid run up the middle. Will Edwards has the ball, shifts it. Nugget goes himself.
Oh, just short or held that? Just short, it looks like.
They've got numbers if they come back right here. On left.
Looks like numbers both sides. So well, they would do anyway, the South Australia man down. So Tassie will be looking to make sure they get... Oh, this has just
Good
had
steal.
that ripped.
There's a good rip in the contact.
But they're playing advantage. the signal. Here's obviously an option. I think just explaining to the South Australian captain there, so Tasmania bringing the ball down in the line-out. Line-out's not over until that ball is transferred to the halfback. So
Correct.
South Australia shooting up early. Getting themselves offside, look like.
So the 10, 12, 13 all play at the same school here for Tasmania.
So know each
Nugget.
other very well.
Yep, good
Oh,
combination.
that was
Solid run from Nugget, falling short. Come back to the right.
Redbone just kind of all these tackles very high around the ball.
Oh, poor pass. Theo can't pick it up off his boots.
There's that bounce pass we spoke about earlier, just testing his mate.
Got to stretch those hamstrings while
That's
they're
it,
young.
mate. Make sure he's warmed up properly. Still early in the game. Got to make sure your mates are ready for in case he has the bit of a sprint later on.
Theo's not the tallest kid either, so if he couldn't get down to it, you know it's probably a bit low. Doesn't look like it's found touch on the fall anyway.
The bounce will be.
Unfavourable bounce. Oh, but favourable for Silas.
Yeah,
Good, solid
his hands
run
and he's
there.
off. He is so quick.
He does have some toe on him.
Wow,
Look at him go.
Look at that, Silas Holmes. Oh man,
That's the bounce of a rugby ball, isn't it? You
Yes.
think it's unfavourable, doesn't go out. But if Silas is chasing like that, you won't want it to.
you definitely don't want that going up. But that was heartbreaking, heartbreaking. Down here for the Tassie, or two of the Tassie back three here, trying to clean that one up. And as you say, the bounce of the ball just.
That's why we don't play soccer. We don't like things that are predictable.
That's it. Absolutely.
So South Australia are up 10-0 at this stage.
Silas Holmes with a 2 or 3 meters of space either side. You don't want that. He's an athlete.
Can find space. If it's not there, he'll make it.
That's it. That's it. He breaks tackles too. He really is just a very, very talented young athlete.
Has he always been a rugby boy?
He's actually quite new to rugby. I think it's his 3rd year now playing rugby. So still learning, but he's like a sponge. He's really keen and eager to learn as much as possible.
Some people are just made for rugby. They just don't know it because they haven't been exposed to it at that time. If you're lucky enough to play from when you're 3, you'll grow up loving the thing. I've never had anyone jump into the sport late and say they hated it and they never wanted to do it again. It's always, I wish I found it earlier.
Oh, wow.
What a kick from the sideline.
It's Josh Enright there for slotting it from the touchline.
Beautiful job there. South Australia are up 12-0.
That's it.
I think that's the incredible thing, especially down here in Tasmania. You are trying to find so many of those kids that become despondent with AFL or soccer. And, I mean, there are big boys who you look at them and you think, you're not running around a complete, AFL field. Come to rugby and you're a big boy like this steaming down the sideline.
There you go. And
You become the hero in the team.
absolutely. Great opportunity.
Oh, great holding up. Oh, well done.
He's held on to it in the end, has Big Timmy.
The extra tip pass is just so underutilised sometimes. Running it one out, if you just pass that ball in extra time, you find that space.
Particularly on a defence that's rushing hard. And just to get them wrong-footed can be really useful, that tip passes.
Or an
as long as your tip runner is
Correct.
hitting it at
Ready for
pace
it,
too.
yeah. even if there's an experienced or an inexperienced defensive line and they're all ruck watching, if you just get them to jam up on that first receiver and they don't worry about anything past that, there are holes and trouble all over the field.
Very much so. All the shoulders turned in the wrong direction, and
yeah, it's just, and that's the beauty of it compared to a game like rugby league. You're not just trying to go up and dent the line, you're trying to find space and manipulate defenders.
absolutely. I think I've just noticed that Sean over there at the up on the scoreboard stand there.
Yeah, the coach is also a little bit vertically challenged, like myself, so likes to get as high as possible. The trees get a little bit windy here, unpredictably, so standing at the top of a tree is probably not the safest option for him. But if he was falling out of it, you'd hear him.
I think you'd hear him anyway.
Shifting it out their back, they've got space here for an overlap. Silas down the side, yep. Stepping back in to save himself. Nugget with a solid tackle, holding him up.
Here
It's
too.
very good. It's very good strangle tackle.
Yeah, looks like, I don't know if the referee's called maul yet, but that's likely to end up being a Tasmanian, but fantastic defence there.
Well done. Nugget's one that's been playing a lot of AFL and footy this year, and holding that ball in the game has always been crucial to him.
You can see in that wrap up that he's done there. It's fantastic. Good skills. As you were saying, trying to pick up those players from that AFL background, particularly in our two states.
Yeah.
You know, Tasmania and South Australia are really big footy states, and so many kids play it. And so many transferable skills too. So it's not a case of, you know, picking up a chess player or a ballroom dancer and trying to teach them.
One of our best players was apparently heavily into playing his clarinet in the under-16s. Was taught how to play rugby, and now he's a beast on the field.
Fantastic. That's what we like to hear, man. Talented across the board.
But it's one of those things. I just think that there are so many views about rugby without knowing it. Oh, it's such a rough sport. Oh, you can get hurt from rugby. But the beauty of it is that you know where the contact's coming from. It's always in front of you. You know, a game like AFL or soccer or something like that, you've got people challenging you from behind, from in front, just, you know, all over the place.
That's where those numbers of injuries come through. As you say, everybody, you know, you see the big hits and whatever in your highlight reels, but you can see where it's coming from. It's direct on. You can brace, and that's why we have, you know, in comparison, really low injury rates in rugby.
It's just an uneducated bunch that see things and it's a freak accident. But if you want to look at ACL injuries is a big one, go and watch netball.
Absolutely.
Just as many, if not more. And there's no contact.
Find a 35-year-old netballer
with two good knees. You'd say they were the water runner.
That's it, absolutely.
Oh, can't do that. Nah, it's in the ruck, mate.
Just couldn't help himself, could he? Sort of.
Fool's gold. Silas with the kick. If he goes there, that's been an advantage over.
Yep, it was called just before he kicked it, I think.
Got a chance to run it back here. He's found space down that right sideline.
Clayton moving fast for a big second rower there.
Oh, dragged into touch by Jack Berry there.
Shut down. Best defender on the field, the sideline. Never misses.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, it just amazes me, like, you know, even down here, that these kids still aren't exposed to the sport. And you realise that, again, some of the highest paid rugby players around the world are props. The big boys. They're not the showboats. They're the guys that do the grunt work.
Absolutely. The ones that can secure you that
They're on
ball.
here.
Oh, and
Silas in a bit more space.
Into
Yeah.
the
Well done.
Give him 5 metres on the outside and he's going to take it every time.
And that's the thing, especially with someone like Silas. If you're going to give him the outside shoulder, you can't give him that much space because he will get away from you.
That's it. And it's such a difficult decision, isn't it? Because it's a player who's fast, but he's also a player who's going to step back inside too. So
If you're lazy on the inside in defence and you're not shutting that gate, he'll find that space. You need to work as a solid wall, get up and across, or just shut him down while the ball's in the air.
that's it. You got to get up on him fast.
Yeah.
Keeps you honest as a defender, which is
100%.
good.
Same as a big boy. Do you really want the big boy getting a 15-metre run up to run over you while you're standing at the wall? No. Get in his face while the ball's coming to him from the halfback.
And it's funny how it takes a bit of time for the youngsters to start understanding that, isn't it?
It's like I'll stand back and chest up, try and wrestle him. Oh, he just ran through me like a freight train.
No surprise. Everybody on the sideline can see it coming.
What's the saying? If the train's coming, get off the tracks.
That's it.
Does he cut that around? Oh, it's just short.
Just short.
Unlucky there. So South Australia are up 17-0. Still here in the first half. But yeah, there's an
The
opportunity.
weather's getting better through
Yeah.
this game. Eh? The breeze has died down. The sun's disappeared behind the cloud there. It's
The rugby gods are shining down on us.
fantastic.
And again, as I said earlier, it's just so picturesque. Look at that beautiful mountain with the snow at the top of it in the background.
Just the sprinkling of salt along the top. That is beautiful. It really is.
Short line, short kickoff again.
Gonna go and
Man it out. Don't worry about challenging it, mate. It landed inside the line. Is that the touch his feet? You can probably trust that she's got it right.
she's not saying that it bounced out. She's saying it didn't travel the turn. That's all it is. She's all over it.
Like white on her ice.
Who is our assistant referee on this side, man?
This is Isabella Hardy. She's also the president of the Burnie Rugby Club, which is up the northwest of Tasmania. Long trip down here.
Absolutely. Come down for the rugby for the weekend. I noticed there's some girls on the other field here.
Yeah, I think that
Playing
was
some
the
rugby?
ladies under 17s or under 18s having a training session.
Fantastic. I know that we're bringing our under 15s and under 17 girls down in a couple of weeks to do the same thing as we've done with the boys this weekend, so that's
He's
exciting.
there running that hard unders line.
Oh,
Look at him
he
go.
is.
It's his bread and butter.
Just that tiny little change of direction before he hits the contact and takes him through that tackle.
I mean, it's the real hero line. You run through it 9 times out of the 10, and on that 10th time out of the 10, you're getting laid out. So
That's worth it. It's with 90% is a good.
here he goes again. Oh, he's
Oh,
giving
and
it.
he finds
What
the
a pill.
outside.
Will
tackle
turning
by
out over
young
the top.
Alex Fisher. Another one of the under
Ashton
16s.
going for a hard
done,
runner,
Judah.
running into 2 defenders.
Pushing his leg drive through there, making sure he gets over that advantage line.
Edwards not going himself. Had his pod set up outside him, but he's decided to run it. Secure the ball. Going back to the left here. Oh, there's numbers now. Got to get rid of it. Good offload.
Great little offload on the outside there.
Might have overcommitted to the ruck there. Running out of options in attack. Solid run by
Lots
Ashley.
of
Still
options
going
out
again.
to the right here. There's some
Well,
lot of
Lucas
space
over top.
out right if they can get it there.
Oh, he's
Oh,
gone
he's
around the
just run
corner.
straight
Still
in.
going short. Oh, he's got his hands all over that. It's a good attempt. No, he's lost the pilfer. Tassie get it. Long pass from the halfback. Steps back in.
Connection there.
Oh, just lost a bit of go forward there.
got an
Theo
offload.
steps inside and offloads.
Oh,
Fantastic.
solid tackle. Oh, they've got a turnover. South Australia. Solid
They
run.
Just got isolated, I think.
Yeah. And getting it safely into touch.
Goes.
Regather defence and go again.
Still, Tasmania keeping the pressure on here in the South Australian 22. Talking about the 22, what do you reckon of this 50-22 rule? Are you a big league fan? Do you like the turnover on it? Or
No, I'm a big fan in anything where you have to think a little bit more in a game of rugby. It's what separates us from rugby league usually. I think that there's definitely merit in having to have the defenders back, but sometimes I think if you really want to make things easier in life, don't add rules, just take some away.
Oh, Theo peels off the back of the maul. I was about to say, I love them all. We just drag up the field and you get your hooker just going along for a ride, but he's changed lanes there.
Up and slide.
Good little tip there.
No, we push.
Stepping back on the inside, Josh running around. Got to get over the top there quickly. It's popped up for the halfback. Oh, he's
That's
let
well
go
done
of it.
again.
Yep, driving him in a touch.
That's fine.
No.
That's
Close.
from the
That must have been the
Oh,
5
he
there.
saved it. Kicks the ball.
Midfield. Oh, and there's massive
space.
space out to the...
What's happened?
Whistle's gone there. It looks like... Oh, he's... I've seen
might have
the
played the
kick and he's
advantage.
brought it back for no advantage. That's hard luck there. Wow, there's a 5 or 6 Tasmanians out to the left. They're screaming for the ball with no blue jerseys in front of them.
Going to show you with Ashton having the ball in his hands, he was not passing that. There was space under the goalpost. He was going one way. But yeah, I think if you're kicking the ball to the touchline just to open space and make defenders have to stay back a little bit more, there will be space for the defenders. It's just more about more passing, shift the defenders a bit more, I think, and you could definitely find that space that the rules were trying to get them to do. But yeah, I think I'm a big fan of bringing back rucking. If you want to speed up the speed of a ruck, you don't want to be at the bottom of someone's boots while they're cleaning them.
You used to say, if you're on the ground, you are the ground.
Yeah,
huh?
100%. And there's a difference between stomping and rucking. One's
Absolutely.
going straight down, one's going straight back.
Yeah, straight down or backwards is fine, but you're not going in there kicking someone.
Exactly.
But again, I mean, a couple of stripes on your back and you learn pretty quickly that
And if
you want to get out of there.
If you want to stand there, or lie there, you deserve the scratch.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you're going to get out of there quick, smart, and the halfback can pass the ball.
For sure.
What would we
It's
do?
a tough
We're
one,
just
though,
two
to-
simple men solving the world's problems.
It's a tough one to explain to the mummies of the under-14s, though, why their son's lying there getting mountaineered on his back. So it's fair enough.
Someone's climbing up like a mountain goat.
From a participation point of view, I suppose.
Oh,
He's hit
that
that
was
line so well, hasn't he? And offloaded back inside. It's that nugget with the big carry right up the middle. Creating options both sides now.
There with the ball. What's he going to do?
Step it, go, have a look. Oh, he gets his arms through.
Got it to Ashton.
And try Tasmania. Goes over the top of Silas Holmes there and gets that ball down, finds some grass.
Look, I think Theo's
Is
trying
he on
to
the ball?
play his way into the back line with a pass like that. Just held it up nicely, let the defender coming forward and get it around him. It's one of those things. The immediate pass isn't always the right option. Just hold it up a little bit, let the defence show their hand, and then...
Particularly in that scenario, you do that early pass, the defence shifts across, there's no option.
Correct.
You take away all their space. Theo he's having a cracker today, isn't he?
It's like a one-man band, really. I'll run it, I'll pass it, I'll do the kickoffs.
Offloading, turnovers. Is there anything this man can't do?
Jump in a line out, I reckon.
I don't know. I reckon we'll give him a shot. Give him a chance. Lift him up there. A couple of big boys on the side there. They'll get him up.
First ever three-man lift in a line out.
The way that he's playing today, I reckon he'd give it a shot and he'd probably do pretty well at it.
So Will Edwards coming around nicely.
Looks like
and gets
it's
it
through.
in.
There we go. So
Green and black.
Tasmania bringing their score up to 7. South Australia still up to 17 there, so 17-7. What's the time look like? Do we have a clock? Looks like my watch has gone to sleep. So,
Still on South Australian time. We're at Fiji time.
They do say that Adelaide's a little behind.
Just an hour, just delayed.
It's perfect, mate.
It's called buffering.
Great. Gives us time to enjoy the
Good take.
Oh,
He's
good
offloaded.
take. Offload, place the
There, having a crack again. Look at him
Oh,
go.
nice.
Oh, he's got one. Look at him. He's going. Oh, he's still
working
going.
another one.
Oh, he's offloaded.
To the outside.
Oh, no. Great individual play there.
Oh, tell you what. I mean, we've said it already, but gee whiz, Theo's having an absolute cracker today, isn't he?
He tried a little bit of footwork on the last defender there and then just Samoan sidestep straight over the top. All right, Mr. Brancher here, ready to start the half.
Go, getting back into it. As the sun comes out, it's getting warm as fact.
Oh, unfortunate way to start it off.
Not what you want straight away for the start of a half, but that's all right.
It's all right. You can't usually blame the kicker for that because no one else is putting their hand up to do a
Well,
better job.
I was going to say, who else are you going to blame for
Exactly.
it, mate?
You show me you can
he's
do
the
it
only one
better,
out
more
there.
consistently.
Sorry, Josh. Didn't mean to pick on you there, mate, but yeah, that's a spotlight on you, unfortunately, when you're the kicker. But tell you what, nice for the big boys to get straight back into it after half time. They've had a breather.
Scrum time's fun time. Let's get around it.
They've probably missed each other for the last 7 minutes through half time. They get to catch up again.
I mean, we've got sevens, and that's a good game for the backs and the loosies, but what about a 20-minute scrum fest followed by a couple of line-outs for a game?
How good would that be?
It's just like
set up a
sumo
game,
wrestling,
Just
but
set up a
better.
game that's 50 metres long and only about 8 metres wide.
100% challenge.
And it's World
Line-outs,
Scrum
more
Championship.
scrums? What do you need?
How good's that?
Get rid of the useless players that drop the balls.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just get out there and scrum all day.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to scrum all day anyway. It just saves us moving to the 10 and the 12 where they're going to drop it anyway.
We just move 1 metre rather than 5.
Absolutely. Great view in the scrum from the side.
There it is. There it is. It's 10.
There.
I have no idea what Nick was trying to say to us.
Trying to alert us to something,
Whispering something to us. We don't know. We're wearing headphones here, mate.
If it's important, he'll tell us.
Oh, of
Otherwise,
course
he'll
he
just
will.
keep waving
Or
his
he'll say
hands.
it louder so everybody can hear it over the microphone.
Yeah, maybe Sean can't hear us.
Look at him
from
acting like he doesn't want to talk on a microphone. just
You can interview
pretending
him.
away.
There we go. We've gone from scrum to a line-out set
mate,
piece.
it's exactly
all
what we
day.
asked for. Might even get a rolling maul
Oh,
here if we're really
just
lucky.
a dream.
I'll tell you what, it's like Christmas.
And I mean, most of the forwards get angry at the back stuffing their scrum times up anyway.
How good would that be? Just a 20-minute scrum match.
Scrums, mauls, line-outs. Just imagine the dark arts that'd be taught in that sort of thing.
Oh, wouldn't it be awesome?
Bounce past a nugget, running through that gap. Well done. Good long place.
Right?
Oh, it's a good attempt of a counter ruck, but they've held it off.
Recycle looking at.
Oh, they've jammed in there. They're space wide now. Oh, unlucky. Wrong jersey to
he's
pass it
just
to.
Just found the one player in there he didn't want to. 6 other options, but unfortunately just finding a decent touch finder there. Oh, he's knocked it back in. Fantastic. Well done, Captain.
Good word,
Glenn.
Jack Berry. Had a good crack yesterday and Friday night, and now he's out here again. Butler having a solid run. Oh, Theo again. Oh, look at him go.
Himself the big man
He,
too.
oh, what a workhorse.
I tell you what, Tasmanian under-18s, just give the ball to Theo.
Got a yellow card here.
Oh,
as
is
well
that
for
a
high
high
to
tackle
bring
on him?
down.
Yeah, just as he comes across there, just...
I mean, as they say, you can't run without your head, so
That's a fair call, but it's the captain.
chickens would argue that you can run without a head.
That's fair, mate. That is fair. Guy Radders Redbone just going high on Theo there on the far side.
Look, it's not a hard thing. The guy's knee-high to a grasshopper.
See what old guy's about 6'23" over here too. So he's a tall boy. Not that that's an excuse.
No. Go low drive
Somebody
with the shoulder.
who's shorter than you, just got to get lower.
Exactly. Theo
Nice
again off
little
the
ball
back
there,
here,
but
gives it to Will Edwards. He's
gonna
found a
pass
gap
it
and he's
again.
through.
Under the sticks.
Well set up there off the back of the line out. Defence just suck it in a little bit more, and Will Edwards throws a dummy to find the gap.
Absolutely. You're really taking advantage of that static defence from South Australia, just not getting off the line, and he's seen that, found the gap, gone through. Oh, made it easy for the kicker too. Oh, he's kicking it himself, so of course he'd want to make it easy, wouldn't it?
Wasn't running to the sideline for that one.
That was Quade Cooper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Under the post, went all the way to the sideline, put it down.
Test your metal. Let's
That's
go. But no, that's the thing. If you're not coming up in the defensive line, especially in your try line, you're asking for troubles. If there's somebody with momentum, even if you give a chop tackle, they're going to fall over the line. So you've really got to push yourselves just to go forward and make a decision.
Got to make that big effort, get up in their face and take that space from them.
I mean, most of the time when you're passive in that situation, the defence has no options and the attack has all of the options. So if you go forward, you're at least limiting what the attacker can do. He has to think about it. He might stuff it up. Always make the other guy think just one more step. You give yourself another chance.
Absolutely.
Such a small kid.
That kick's gone over. Tasmania up to 14 now, making a 3-point game. South Australia haven't scored in a while now, so
it'll be interesting to see if the fatigue starts to wear in on these South Australian boys. Having 15 on the field to start, and they've had 2 yellows. You start to get a real test of your fitness at this stage. Tasmania luckily to have, a bench, so if they capitalise on it, good offload again from Ashton and Theo, rocketing it out.
Crunch him.
Nugget making a strong line, brought to the ground.
Yes,
Yeah, good, Selwyn!
That's a
Fire
very
out.
good offer.
Selwyn Nunu that time gets it on the boot in behind, but
Jack Jones picks it up in the back there, has a crack. He's got those long strides. Look at him driving out.
big leg drive, isn't
Yeah.
it? Fantastic.
Very hard to tackle. It's like a gangly stride that he's got.
Good effort, Selwyn!
Like a giraffe almost.
Yeah.
Run that, Silas.
Well, they've given it straight to him, down his throat. What's he going to do? Good step off the left. You've got to come up in a line.
Oh, he's giving it.
Hit him. Yeah, good.
Yeah, coming around.
Go, Dusty!
There you go.
Oi!
Nugget. Wrapping him up.
And mine.
Tasmania trying to counter, but
Go,
South Australia
absolutely,
saved
really.
it beautifully. They're on here. They've shifted. Hands will do it. One more. There you go.
Go, Johnny.
To the big Johnny Bates on the outside. I'm not sure if he's the person you want on the wing, but he's out there doing the job.
Good little tip there, changing the angle. Yeah, you got to release him now, boys.
Hands.
Oh, good
Static, and
line.
he's gone to the boot again.
Go, Harry.
Oh, and he's just kicked it too far this time.
Yep. 22, but good. When you think about it, you're down a player and you're making it look
Turn
like
and
you've got
face.
man on man.
Boys,
You're doing a good job.
Turn. Selwyn, turn.
Theo lining.
Bates must be loving it, that little run he had up the wing.
Still in, get that
Theo's
Dusty.
just pumped at 65.
Fantastic. Dusty having to turn around and then... Oh, Silas looking
Silas
for some
again.
space.
Good ball.
And out the back door.
Hold that, Seb. Hold that.
Good chop tackle there by Jonty. Well done. Good clean out. Just get up in there
Right there,
first,
Alex.
guys. No,
Go,
that's not
Silas.
stand off. Silas.
Short route.
Yeah. Strong leg drive from all that speed as well.
Lucky to
Space
get away
out
with that
wide.
one, I think.
Up, Owen.
The South
great
Australian
try.
player comes straight off his feet, but got away with it.
Go, Harry. Yes, well done. Yes.
Go, Harry.
Harry Raff.
Halfback having a scoot and he's
There's no nine.
scrambling.
There's no nine.
Doing a good job of it.
Young Harry Raff, who
There,
got
Selwyn.
injured actually not long after the original squad was chosen and actually fell away out of the squad, and then because of COVID,
Through his legs. Someone's been watching Carlos Spitz on highlights.
Of course he does. The most ridiculous hairstyle on the field.
Tackle there from Ollie Brancher. Oh, Theo, unlucky to get the pilfer.
Just
Will Edwards.
get down.
Holding the ball in there. Good turnover there by Will
There we go,
Edwards.
it is indeed. Looking for the cross-field kick. Dusty
Found
Loeffler
Grass,
just
gets
goes
the
through his
bounce,
hands.
it's
Can he
rolling away.
save it from going into touch? He can't. So that'll be a Tasmanian line out on that side. Oh,
Definitely getting out of jail there.
we're gonna have a chat about something. It looks like referee stop
I
time.
think it might be an injury.
Do you know how much time's that?
Let's have a chat about something.
So there's a reasonable number of 16s playing in this Tasmanian team. They've played 2 games already on Friday and Saturday night. But they're just so keen for another game. They'll play again on Sunday.
If not, why not? Huh?
It's a long off season.
It is indeed. It's a long time to wait for more rugby. So
Especially in COVID days, you just never know when the season's going to start or finish.
also too late, if it's going to start.
Get halfway through a pre-season. Nah, guys, you're done.
Yeah, that's it.
Theo with the throw. He
Oh,
can't get
just-
it. Jonty can't pull it in. They've shifted it now.
And there goes. Oh, Josh Enright on the boot, and that's.
Good pick up by Brancher going backwards to retreat them.
We'll go back. No advantage to that knock on the line out.
Yeah.
I wondered if he was going to call that an advantage with a kick through there, but.
Sometimes I feel a player like Theo might deliberately throw a hard line-out ball just so he goes to a scrum again.
Had
Just to
scrummed
get
in 7 minutes. Just get out there and I'm
Just
like,
get a bit
come
more
on, mate.
physical. Just want to be involved again.
That's it.
Don't want to chase someone down.
Yeah, stop kicking the ball to side. Let's have a scrum.
Good pressure from the
Oh,
halfback.
big pressure on Ralph, but he gets the pass away. Oh,
Kicked it
ball
through.
finds
There's
space
space
again,
and
and Silas is on it.
chasing.
Great
Great pick up
pick up
by
under
Jack
pressure
Berry,
there.
and he's still going. Look at him, 3 or 4 tackles broken. Got to shift it wide here. Side wide. No, he's pulled himself back.
That's it, yeah. No effect on the play there, so referee will let it play. Much to the dismay of about 50 people on the sideline.
That's the thing about spectator sports. There's a lot of armchair critics.
Absolutely, everybody's going to... Oh, that one's just drifted forward out of the hands there. Looks like we're almost ready for the yellow card to come back. One minute, looks like. Get the skipper back on.
Yeah, the boys starting to look a little bit weary now. They've got to step up to the next gear and just finish it off.
You get that feeling that it's in the balance now, isn't it? Who's gonna grab the game by the scruff of the neck here and take it?
At this stage, it starts to become who wants it more.
Absolutely. It's gone down there, but the referee's got. Oh, okay then. He's made a liar out of me again. I was going to say that it's gone down there, but the ball's at the back end, so he's happy to play it.
Yeah. Let the boys play.
Absolutely. He's not happy about something there, somebody being naughty in the front row. Completely unheard of, isn't it? Front rowers doing naughty things. So.
No, they're the most innocent players
Of
on
course,
the field.
the best behaved, never do anything wrong.
They're
You
just
can tell just by the look on their face when the whistle goes.
Pure
What do you
and
mean,
innocent
Mr.
souls.
Referee, sir? Me? Couldn't be me.
I was being fair. I was pushing straight. I was saying good job to my opponent.
I was straight. I was wonderful. Couldn't. Oh, I understand. I understand, Mr. Referee, sir, the way that you saw it. However, I have to interject. Oh, he's come on with it. He needs to get rid of the bib before he comes on. There we go. Wanders his way into the line.
Yeah. Get up quick in the front. Yeah, no. Falling for it.
Yeah, it's good done, Eden.
Yeah, that's good.
Theo coming up, trying to make that tackle. And he's had a solid hold over the ball. The physicality of that breakdown, the counter rucks come through. Look at it.
For the turnover.
Brancher running back the other way. Shifts to Will Edwards. Going wide now.
Obviously
Looks for
spotted
space.
some
2
space
on
up
1. Oh no, should have just passed it normally. Not a flick.
That's it.
Oh, he's made a break. Julius going straight through. Good clean out there from Tasmania. Looking to shift it. Oh, boys, look at your passing.
Again, unfortunately. Oh, he's just...
Jack Berry with the clean up again. Look at him go. Offloaded everything.
Fantastic work there. The South Australians
keeping the ball. The Scottish space wide. The defenders are very just clustered for the South Australians.
big contact in the midfield.
Contact.
There's the tackle, goes backwards.
Don't run into the wall, boys. Shift it. There you go. Oh, Silas. Who was that?
Selwyn
Silas.
Nuno just plucks that one out of nowhere, but
Able to read that like
I
a
think
picture
we're
board.
going to have a chat here. I think there was something in the middle there. I think we might find that was another hit without the arms from Leon Toki. And number 3, I think he might find himself in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, he's gone again. Yeah, he's come. He's been
Who's
called
he
out.
calling over? Captain end? 9. Oh, right. Well, I was wrong. Chat.
Drop back, just drop back onto 10.
Looks like by those arm movements that he's saying that he's lifted him.
Is the 9 the captain?
No, Guy Redbone with the headgear there. He's the captain. The referee is talking about lifting tackle. Looks like by Harry Raff there.
So they find touch just outside the 22.
Obviously, we know those laws. If you tip the player through 90 degrees, if he goes past parallel, he's going to be in trouble. So, got to keep control, keep him safe. Make sure his feet get down first.
You get him set.
Won it. It didn't jump. It was not straight. So South Australia the option. Scrum it is.
Bit of confusion there in the line-out for the Tassie boys.
I was going to say, if you confuse your own team, there's no way the other team knows where it's going to go. So.
I mean, it's very much how I think that's Theo's first mistake today. So.
I'm sure he's blaming the jumpers and the
Of
score.
course, it's everybody else's fault. Never the hooker's fault. It's the wind and the rotational force of the earth.
Again, the pure innocence of the front rower.
Couldn't possibly do anything wrong. Going to the boot, the crossfield kick to Selwyn Nuno. Does he? Oh, he does hold on to it too.
Good tackle by Jack Berry
it's
to clean him up.
slung.
Silas trying to get away again.
Build the fish, build the fish.
Just not able to find that space that he was able to find in the first half, Silas.
Yeah, I think Tasmania might have realised you need to work together in the defensive line. Otherwise, Silas will just pick you apart one-on-one all the time.
Oh, Johnny Bates with the show and go.
Oh, solid run. Some good contact there.
That sucks, Theo. Well done. Good recovery.
Standing still and not running on at the moment, the South Australian under 18s. And there you go.
Tassie with a turnover.
Got himself isolated. And Great steal there. Good body position. Oh, we're going to have a crack. So at 17-14.
45-metre kick, slight angle.
No wind to speak of.
No altitude down here. Maybe the top of Mount Wellington, but not down here.
Backing himself. It's a healthy kick for a young man. See how he manages it.
If you back yourself, go for it.
Absolutely.
If you don't, you probably want to get it back at least in the end goal so they kick it to you with a 22.
You definitely don't want it landing short with that amount of space between your chase line and their counter attack.
Yeah, if it's going to fall short, you want it to be high so you can chase it. How fast can you do a 45-metre sprint, boys?
Oh, it's gone low and hard.
Stabbed it, but
It's
fallen
short.
short.
There we go. Selwyn Nunu runs it up. Bang off the boot. He's got himself a chance to get underneath
Take
it too. So that takes the tackle.
Good attempt at counter ruck, but Theo holds him out. Just that kid has been everywhere today.
He has. It's been a magnet for this ball.
Jack Berry having a run down.
Finding some space on the outside now.
Poor pass, but they pick it up off the bounce.
Absolutely good hands.
Probably getting used to that now.
Had a few of them today. So South Australia getting some more. South Australia haven't had any ball in the Tasmanian half, in this half of the game so far. Really, Tassie 10 controlling it, keeping the ball down in the SA half at the moment.
Questionably straight. There we go. The obvious sign is when you catch it in the outside hand. Got to do the old falling away and catch it with the inside hand.
Try and turn and we've gone the line out, not the scrum. Interesting option. Probably going to look to use that attacking weapon of them all, I'd imagine. Oh, there we go.
Jonty's got
Yes,
it up.
and no, doesn't.
Chop, get low.
Nugget with a barnstorming run, gets over the advantage line and keeps going. He's carrying his defenders. Lost the counter, so Tassie's still retaining it. Shift to the right. Edwards passing it to the outside side. Good defence, getting up hard and fast.
And again.
Potter there in the midfield with a decent hit.
Put pressure on.
And good line speed there as they come up, but the space on the outside.
Oh, good defence. Nugget is getting hard. Slow. South Australia, time to set up the defence. No, charge down.
Charge
We're all
down,
onside now.
everybody's on.
Well done, Stefan.
I don't think that was the right option. Probably need a bit more depth and attack wide.
Oh, pass goes behind. Oh, and again.
Still juggle it.
Nobody wants it.
It's going everywhere. Oh, ref's caught it. Must have been a double knock on somewhere.
See what happened. That was just, didn't look like anybody wanted the ball.
Yeah, run down.
Yeah.
Walko! Obey!
Scrum to Tasmania. Middle of the field, just inside the 22. It's
Fantastic attack opportunity here. Be good to see what Tassie boys come up with from this.
far side here.
Does everybody want it? Here we go.
Rancho had a look, tried to play it.
And he's hoofed it out and attached, getting himself
Rancho on the wing here, looking to do something with it before he even caught it.
bringing it back for the ball lost forward there.
Spilled out the back behind the flanker there, and the halfback just had no idea where it
Yes.
was.
It didn't look like anybody had any idea where the ball was.
Old NFL play, place the ball behind the quarterback and just walks away from it.
That's the one.
Sneak it up and run through the defensive line. Push, but South Australia keep it.
So keeping that ball nice and safe. That's
Don't know if that's
giving
a
himself a
miss kick.
chance
They're all
to get
inside
under
the
it
10
again.
metres.
Oh, and the ball's bouncing around on the ground again. Oh,
Giving passes,
just
but they've
grabs
shifted
it.
it. Out wide. Oh, good little wraparound. It's gonna pass away.
Absolutely, he's found some space there, creating the option for another pass. And, oh, flag's gone up. Referee's called. Looks like the ball's gone forward there, has it, or has he called the line out?
I think he's got the line out for South Australia.
Tassie looks to put some pressure on here, surely.
Yeah, you've got no choice. You're down by 3. The game's ticking away. You're on the trial, and you've got to give them a solid contest. There you go.
Oh, you just
Push through.
throw in the old. There we go. Is that
Doesn't look
in
like
the
it's
touch?
gone
Looks
out.
like it's bounced inside.
He's picked it up. Funny bounce, but he's made it ground.
So it looked like they were all a bit unsure of what was happening there. Here we go. Tassie on attack again, just outside. Looks like
South Australia
numbers,
very
got some
clustered
width.
now. The space is wide. Bradshaw gets the ball. He's probably looking to go to the corner. Gets to the corner. I think he's in.
Flags
No,
up.
he's in touch. There you go.
Oh, flags up.
Right idea. Pin your ears back, but just dive and slide.
Every single person here at Rugby Park probably disagreeing there with the assistant referee, but he's got his flag up. He's seen what he's seen.
You'd say he's closer than we are and everyone else, so he probably has a
Absolutely.
bit better of an idea. It's gone into the hands. Who's that? Oh, don't tell me it is Theo. Look at him.
Of course it is.
You'd almost say it was planned.
Over the top, into his hands. Is it his birthday today or something? What's going on?
Well, Theo, if you're old enough, buy a lottery ticket. I tell you what,
Absolutely.
your luck is in.
Tell me what numbers you got.
You'd think, especially with just, I don't know if South Australia may have even missed kicking them, because you don't want to be playing it down this end of your field with no reserves. You've been down to 13 men twice in the game. You don't want to be playing it in your half at all.
It's an interesting, is it coming off the side of his boot, or is that something they're looking at? Kicking, trying to get underneath it again? As you say, you'd think not. I think you want to get rid of that pressure, and we've lost our scoreboard.
Might need the mastermind, Nick Robertson, to come and help us out with the score.
Come and unlock it.
But it
Where
was
he's gone to them. Is he
coming
moving?
around.
Yes, he
Yeah,
has.
he's got there.
Well done.
So I think we'll be at 21-17 now.
17, so it's going to take a try from South Australia to snatch it here. Probably about 5 minutes to go on the clock here, you'd think. Not sure what time kickoff was.
Yeah.
I think they kicked off a bit late, so 5 past, so you're looking at 35 minutes, 70 is quarter past, and then a 5 minutes, so probably,
Oh no, he's done it again.
only 3 or 4 minutes left, you'd think.
Yeah. (21-17) for the score.
Came back for the midfield scrum, and you'd think at this point that Tassie 10 will just look to knock this down into the corner. turn the South Australians around and make them try and play out of their own half with just a couple minutes to go and having to score a try.
And I mean, if they're going to, possibly throw line-outs with that fatigue just like that and overthrow it, you'd be punching corners all day and just let them chance their arm to get it out.
Absolutely. There's a bit of a breeze picking up here, left to right for the Tasmanians too. Sorry, right to left for the Tasmanians here. So great opportunity to knock it down into this corner where they've just snuck a line up and scored the try.
So it looks like the ball's spilled on the left side here again. There we go. Halfback's picked it up this time.
Hold on to it.
Dummy switch, runs himself, making yards. Oh, tries to offload. Just play it simple, boys. There you go. Good, solid counter right that they've learned.
This is where you just really want to just let the time tick out. There's an advantage here, offside, so penalty advantage to Tasmania. So
oh, solid run by Nugget again. He's taken 3 defenders with him. Good little counter attack by Counter Rugby.
But there's that advantage again, and you'd think at this point, will he try and put it out of reach? 5 meters closer than the last one he wanted posts for, but he's going to go to the corner.
It's just
confidence is up now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got the try, got the lead, hit the front.
It's just, game time really for these boys to play exposed to each other is the best thing to build that confidence.
There we go. Thank you very much, mate. So we got our scoreboard back. Let me just fix back to 21-17 here.
It's good I ran out of fingers and toes to count the Tasmanian score, so
that's it. Long passes here now, trying to get the ball out
squaring
wide.
up. Good defence there, brings him Nugget down. Ruck's here, watch for the counter. Yep, there it is. Oh, he's throwing a long ball, lashing hands out. Oh, and he's bumped Silas. Nope, been held up, short. There you go.
He has wrapped him up too.
Tasmania on the front foot, but it's slowed down.
Caelan Dowdle
numbers out right.
Holding him up, getting underneath it.
Got to get wide, get it wide. You got numbers there, boys.
He's got to get up there and force it out wide. Does he get
great tackle again. That was
got
beautiful.
It short as well. Selwyn Nunu getting across there and really making it count.
The urgency in that tackle just to get across, covering 3 guys, and look at the rewards you get for it. That's where you're paying for hard. Skill will get you so
now
far.
What the South Australian team decide to do in this scenario. I'm always a fan of just maul it up the field. See if we can get a 96-meter rolling maul all the way up there. That'll be good. No, it's going off the top.
Jeez, they chase the ball through and stops him just on his try line. He's giving himself a bit more of an angle, but it hasn't found touch.
He's just
overrun it to try and catch it. Play the whistle.
That's excellent. Yeah, keep going. Whistle hasn't gone. Everybody else stands still, and the ref.
Yeah.
If the ref blinked, you
never know. It might have just bounced forward. But no, it's definitely been great having South Australia fly over and have these games for the 14s, 16s and 18s, just to expose these boys to elite level, competition as opposed to weak holes in a gap that you might find in the club games. Here you've got the strength of every team in another state, so...
And you have to work hard to find that space. It doesn't just happen because you got a strong runner.
Silas
stepping and
making fools of
bobbing and weaving, and there we go.
Made a solid 30 metres there.
Silas, call it.
Good tackle there.
Silas, call
There's
it.
space out the right here again, but they go left.
It's a big run.
Go. Big Owen Potter with the carry. Screaming from the touchline to get it wide out. Here's
Oh, who's got the steal
Just
there?
a great snatch out of his hands there as he's
I think it was Edwards, the captain for the Tasmanian team. Just
leading from the front there.
got to do it.
Oh, Silas Holmes get in there and oh. Pitch straight through to Selwyn Nunu. He's got a great step and some pace.
Got some speed.
Find himself a bit of space out wide there.
He's returned it with interest.
Let's see, there we go. Got some support too there, which is
Oh,
nice.
great
Rush
defense.
up there, isn't it? John Fink, oh, just peeled off the side there. Oh, ref calls the balls out.
A jamming defense is a thing of beauty. You're coming on the outside. Silas on the ball, one-on-one. Let's see.
Shift it, and in he goes.
Yep, there you go.
It's just so strong of the ball too, isn't he? Here we go. Jaden Lee.
Oh, Jonty with the intercept. It's gone backwards. No, get rid of it, halfback. Don't dance with it. Brancher into halfback, his usual position.
Oh, as they start moving towards an injured player there, but the referee will play on. Big Johnny Bates on the outside, tracking the winger.
Got space. Guys have got to start working. Tasmania are all walking around. He's looking isolated.
They're all exhausted on their feet at the moment. If you look at every player out there trying to...
Real battle of attrition here.
Absolutely. It's been forever since the stoppage.
Can't come in to defend there.
There we go. We're going to just make sure that player's all right. Obviously, we don't want to play anywhere near an injured player.
Yeah.
Possibly make the situation worse.
It's just one of those things, though. Like that tackle that stopped the whole momentum of South Australia was just a jamming tackle. When you come from the outside and the player's looking the opposite way to catch it, if you time it properly, he's got nowhere to go but down.
Absolutely. And then some great line speed, forcing that intercept in the midfield is fantastic.
Defense is all mental. As soon as you want to make that tackle, 90% of the time you will.
Making that decision early is so vital, isn't it, to the execution.
Don't hesitate, just go. If you're going to stuff up at 100 miles an hour.
Rather than standing still and get stepped.
Deer in headlights.
South Australian back about 10 metres here. The assistant referee's about 5 metres in front of them. Big scrum there by South Australia. Big turnover.
Big tight head. Oh, saying it's wheeled around.
He's not happy.
Reset, go again. I love it when backs think they know what's happening in a scrum when it's very obvious. They wouldn't know which side to push on.
All kinds of pointing and...
I played one game with a guy who was a veteran in the shoot shield. He was playing 5'8" one day, but he was a hooker for years, playing first grade at Parramatta and North. And it was a game against Gordon. He was playing 5'8", and he just starts chirping to the ref about technical aspects of a scrum. And the ref looked and goes, "Yeah, you're right."
That's almost unheard of.
Only problem was that he was a one-time 10 and a long-time hooker.
I know. He'll let you know that he's that he played 10 that day.
Yeah,
it was a fantastic day for him. Yeah, here we go. Big shove again. South Australia looking for the kick into touch.
That must be it.
Tassie taking that one. Big celebrations as the score goes 21-17.
Solid effort from South Australia. 15 guys to see this whole game out. It's a real testament to coming here on a tour and just finishing it off. One try in it.
Such a close game. Really exciting to be a part of. Really exciting to watch. So, to all of you at home, everybody back in South Australia, sorry you couldn't be here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in the sun at Rugby Park in Hobart. But great that you can join us online here. Big thank you to Rugby Tasmania for hosting us and making such a wonderful spectacle of rugby this weekend. It's been fantastic to be a part of it. So from Rugby Union South Australia, massive thanks to all our volunteers, thanks to our referees as they walk across over towards us here, and thank you to the players, coaches, all those volunteers out here who are giving their time to make it just a spectacular weekend and wonderful time to play some rugby and do the things that we really, really love. So thank you to everybody.